The following program was produced by students at the Brian Lamb School of Communication at Purdue University.
A Purdue student claims she was sexually assaulted against her will at an off-campus fraternity event. The surprising piece of evidence prosecutors could use in the case against him.
Show me the money. The NCAA announced that some student athletes may be able to make money off of their image. I talked to Purdue fans about the changes coming to college sports.
Getting breathalyzed outside of Harry's might not be your ideal Thursday night. Hear why West Lafayette police took on the Purdue bar scene.
Roll out the pink carpet. Breast cancer survivor and professional bodybuilder Paula Davis was honored by the Greater Lafayette Chamber of Commerce. We'll tell you why. Fast Track News begins right now. Hello and welcome to another episode of Purdue Student News Fast Track. I'm JD Arland alongside Mary Caltrider. We're out here at the Block P statue for this episode.
Our top story, a former Purdue student is awaiting trial right now accused of sexual assault. Prosecutors say although both he and the victim were students, it allegedly happened 18 miles south of campus. And it was all caught on camera.
I've always been really cautious when I go out, but now that I heard this and other cases that have taken place, I'm definitely more aware.
Freshman Rachel Boyle is just one of many Purdue students rethinking campus safety.
I always go with a big group of people and we don't leave one another. I also don't set my drink down or anything, and I always keep it with me.
These concerns come following a sexual assault case that hits close to home for many students.
Whenever you have any sexual assault case, that's your first reaction, is angry.
18-year-old Purdue student Richard Chan was charged by Clinton County prosecutors on 3 counts of rape. The charges come following a fraternity-sponsored event off campus at a barn in Clinton County. According to the probable cause, a woman reported that near the end of the fraternity party, she went to use a portable restroom. Prosecutors say she was then followed into the restroom by Chan. Court documents show Chan locked the door and allegedly sexually assaulted her against her will. The probable cause states the entire act was recorded by Chan on his phone.
Purdue has since suspended Sigma Tau fraternity pending further investigation, but many people are asking the university to do more.
When you ignore it, you have to live with the fact that that guy might have taken that drunk girl upstairs and raped her, and you knew he was going to do that and you did nothing.
Students such as junior Claire Glenn are working to change the culture of sexual assault at Purdue.
Because we live in a culture where silence is so accepted and it's so encouraged that when someone speaks up, they feel scared to and they feel shamed because other people might isolate them for that. And we should need to change the culture so that people want to speak up about something and they want to say something, and that it's really, really important.
Boyle says she hopes her sorority continues to be an example for campus safety.
If you see something, say something.
For Fast Track News, this has been Mary Caltrider.
Richard Chan has a scheduled trial for January 27th. We will update you as we hear more about this case.
Thank you for that piece, Mary. Continuing our coverage of the unsolved bank robberies in the Lafayette area, the man responsible is behind bars today.
Police arrested Joseph Kruger about 2 weeks ago. Prosecutors claim Kruger was responsible for multiple robberies in the Lafayette area, and this isn't his first time.
Kruger was released from federal prison for bank robbery in 2016. He remains in custody as of now, and his trial date has not been set.
And another update on a previous story. A gag order has been issued in the ongoing saga in the trial of the Barnett family.
The couple was accused of child abandonment after leaving their adopted Ukrainian daughter in Lafayette. Michael and Christine Barnett are now no longer able to discuss aspects of their daughter's mental health with the media.
The couple will also not be allowed to talk about their claims of the child's attempted murder. The Barnett's trial is a little over 2 months away in January.
Anticipation is building from many students for a new NCAA football game that finally has the go-ahead.
Last month, the NCAA announced it will finally allow student athletes to make money off their own image.
I went to Ross-Ade during the Purdue game to see what the Purdue faithful had to say about the landmark decision.
Boy, they better be careful. That's what Purdue President Mitch Daniels said to WLFI when they asked him about the NCAA. Last month, the governing body of college sports ruled in favor of allowing collegiate athletes to profit off of their image. That opens the door for games like EA Sports' NCAA football to start development again. Some Purdue fans aren't so sure that's a good idea.
It's a slippery slope. I don't know how to balance, with giving them some value for it with it becoming a pay-for-play. It's going to create a greater chasm between the have and the have-nots.
Others are sold on the idea that student athletes should be able to earn some extra cash.
As for the NCAA, athletes profiting, I'm all for it.
I do. I think with the type of revenue that they bring to the university, they should have an opportunity to get some benefit from that.
Jersey sales, advertising, and some public appearances could mean extra money for select student athletes. It's not clear how the Purdue Athletics Administration plans to respond to these recent developments. They haven't put out a statement or even commented on the issue. From Ross-Ade Stadium, JD Arland, Fast Track News.
As of now, there's no plan for a release date for the upcoming NCAA football game, but the production company EA announced its development will begin soon. And Mary, you can count me in for the pre-order list.
I love that, JD. All right, well, coming up, Body by West Lafayette will take you to the celebration at Total Fitness Experience.
And just ahead, we'll show you how West Lafayette police are keeping students safe. Fast Track News, we'll be right back.
So the Brian Lamb School of Communication has a long tradition as a department of communication originally, so well over 100-year tradition.
There has been communication here and the teaching of speech and organizational communication and other things for decades.
We have a very vibrant, I think, curriculum for our students in 5 different areas of communication.
It's everything from human relations and communication about relationships to public relations to communication within organizations to video production.
I think we attract really a variety of students who are interested in learning about communication skills, but then also being able to use those skills in a variety of settings.
Students have a lot of chances to get real, practical, applied experience, hands-on learning.
The classes that I've taken have definitely helped me grow in the career that I want, and I could not imagine taking any of these classes anywhere else.
I think a great part of our curriculum is when we have alumni who come back to classes and talk to students.
The networking is incredible through this program. We're all over the nation and even all over the world. I've actually had an internship where a Purdue grad was working there full time, and it was at Warner Brothers Studios.
I think when people hear about Purdue University, their first thoughts are probably engineering and astronauts. I'd like for students who aren't necessarily interested in being astronauts or engineers to also think about Purdue, but in terms of the Brian Lamb School of Communication.
Also very excited to see what my future holds because of Purdue, and I know I'm fully prepared because of the Brian Lamb School.
Being involved in the 3-year program at Purdue made it easier to say to myself I could get done in 3 years. The 3-year program helped save me a ton of money. Not completing my 4th year, I would save around $30,000. It will give you an advantage, if anything. Doing the 3-year program at Purdue has shown me that I have motivation to do whatever it takes to get my degree.
Welcome back. The celebration continues for Purdue alumna Paula Davis, who was honored last week by the Greater Lafayette Chamber of Commerce.
I went to her gym, which is just a stone's throw away from campus, to learn what makes her so special. If you live on the south side of West Lafayette, there's a pretty good chance that you've at least seen Total Fitness Experience without giving it a second look. But if you walked behind those doors and met the owner, Paula Davis, you'd find there's far more than meets the eye.
3, 2, 1.
We're here to celebrate the 20-year anniversary of the fitness experience and Paula Davis in the fitness industry, and she's one of our great area entrepreneurs.
Along the way, my gym got bigger. I started from a studio to a little bit bigger studio, so now we're at a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week gym. What kept me going was the sense that health was important. I competed for the Physique Women's Championship, the Baltimore NPC Classics, and was able to get three wins. 2 of them were first place wins.
She's a strong woman, she's a strong minority-owned business, and so she sets the tone for a number of different people.
What I would add is never give up on your dreams. No matter how bad it looks, no matter what the challenges are, stay true to yourself and stay true to your dreams. And if you do that, they will come to pass.
Paula is no stranger to the West Lafayette area, a graduate of Purdue University in 1988 herself. And what she told me was that students interested in the fitness industry just have to have a passion for it. From River Road, JD Arland, Fast Track News. Mary, I asked Paula how much longer she's planning on staying in this business, and she told me there's no end in sight. Congratulations, Miss Davis.
Now, do you know your limits? The West Lafayette Police Department was outside Harry's, educating students on when they've had too much to drink. I am here with Sergeant Green, and he is breathalyzing Purdue students outside of Harry's, but not for what you might think. It is the Know Your Limits initiative. This is the third year they've done this, and it is the idea to teach students when they've passed the limit and they should not get behind the wheel.
As Purdue students made their way around the bar scene, the officers offered free breathalyzer tests. Many Purdue students were surprised by their results.
I was looking at that street light and I was like, honestly, I could probably drive right now. But when the cop just gave me that 1.6, I was very astonished about the results that I got. It's just pretty eye-opening to see that when you feel like you're not really that drunk, like you are a lot more drunk than you think you actually are.
Sergeant Green explains the biggest misconception that young drinkers have.
They are over the limit. They think that they can still drive. They think that they're close, and they think they can get in a car and still get home, but they're well over the limit. So this is why we're out here.
The free breathalyzer tests were a popular activity for the evening, and the initiative proved to be successful. For Fast Track News, this has been Mary Caltrider.
JD, I have to say, watching the initiative was so cool, and everyone was really into it. One guy came up to me and he had 3 beers, and he was so shocked he could still drive. Not recommended, though.
Not recommended, and I'm sure not a lot of people expected to be breathalyzed outside of Harry's.
Yeah, absolutely. The Earth and its environment have generated plenty of debate and controversy in national headlines lately.
Our own Miller Morgan went to the Kroc Leadership Center to show us how a clothing and snack giveaway had far more to offer than just talk.
The clothes are free to the students, as the department is well aware of the students' increasingly tight budget as the school year moves forward and money becomes tight. Free snacks, including vegan-friendly ones, were also provided, as students can always use an extra boost to help get them through the rigorous days of school. Students majoring in environmental and ecological engineering were assisting the department's environmental agenda with a variety of fun facts about campus and West Lafayette policies for recycling. People could pass through the building and stop by the event to look through the clothing and snack selection, as well as take in new information about recycling and waste that they may not have been aware of. Coming to you from the Kroc Center, Miller Morgan, Fast Track News.
For more details about the Department of Campus Planning and Sustainability, you can go to www.purdue.edu/sustainability. It's with a heavy heart today that we have to sign off, because this will be the last episode of Fast Track News Magazine until further notice.
For over a decade, Fast Track News has brought you, our audience, stories of Purdue and Greater Lafayette.
Due to limited student interest and limited staffing, the Bryan Land School of Communication has decided to end our show, or at least until the demand for it comes back.
Thank you for welcoming us, supporting us, and watching our content. We'll miss making this show, and we hope you've enjoyed following along with us.
Mary and I are both entering into the news media industry, so this is more of a see you later than goodbye. On that sad note, that's all we've got for this episode of Fast Track. For one last time, I'm JD Arland.
And I'm Mary Caltrider. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you around Purdue.